to Mandi and Ezra Talk Shit. I'm Ezra.
Hi, I'm Mandi. And I just want to give a really quick, good shout out to everybody who's been watching us lately and leaving awesome comments and supporting us. We want to thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means to us, that you guys actually want to sit down, take the time, and listen to what we have to say for a few minutes, whether it's funny or you can relate to it. We just really appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for listening and watching. We love you guys.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Today's topics, we were gonna get into some hobbies and like careers or jobs or whatever, stuff like that.
Just some simple chat today.
Emily, how many jobs have you had so far?
Martin's, Riverside, Dell, Sobeys. I just did babysitting, so about 5.
Okay, this is pretty good. That's a good amount, I think.
Right?
I don't know, I think I'm somewhere along the lines of like 10.
Not bad.
10, maybe 12. I'm not sure, I don't really remember. I've had a lot of different jobs.
Well, it goes to show like how different it is too between the two of us.
Yeah, versatile. You can.
And Mandi is older than me, so she does have more like job experience than I would. So she's not that much older than me. So don't be thinking that she's like super old, people. Seriously, I'm trying to like back you up here.
I know, but it's okay. I'm gonna have that baby face forever. Remember? So
right? People are gonna think you're younger than you are.
Yeah.
There's not a problem with that.
I know. I get a lot of, oh, you look like you're, I don't know, 28, 29. I'm like, oh, you're so sweet, but, not quite there. Anyway, yeah, so you've had, you say, what, about 5?
Yeah.
And I said maybe about 10 or 12. Worst job, what you hate.
Sobeys.
That was really quick. Give yourself a minute to breathe on that. There's no change. It's Sobeys.
I hated that job so much. So I worked. So Sobeys is a grocery store or whatever. I don't know if like the U.S. and shit would have that potentially. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But obviously, like being in the grocery store, there's different departments and stuff like that. I worked in the deli. So like the deli is not all that bad or whatever. It's more so the people that I was working with. My manager was super nice and polite and always had my back about shit. Like, she was just a really nice woman. But, like, some of the people I worked with in that department were just not it. Like, they were, like, very, like, there were some people out there, like, I had an issue with this guy or whatever that caused the whole situation where I had to go and talk to, like, the managers and all that because of, like, some workplace harassment that I was receiving. And then I had one of the full-timers, because I was working part-time, like, when I was working there. I had one of the full-timers straight up tell me that, like, I was a liar because I called in and said, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, like, make it in on time to my shift. Like, my car just broke down and he called me a liar, said that he didn't believe me and that I lied just like I did with the managers, and that's how I knew my manager did not respect confidentiality. So she had told the full-timers everything that was going on, but, like, and everything I reported, which was supposed to be confidential, okay? Like, confidentiality is a serious thing, which could have gotten her into a lot of trouble if I had gone to a higher up. But I didn't bother because there's no point. It's a stupid job. So I quit with immediate notice of resignation. She lost it on me, but do I No. Oh, I just swore. Oops. Do I care? No.
We're working on it, people.
I can bleep that out.
We're working on it. Bear with us.
I don't care. Like, I gave, like, she blew it with me for that. Mm-hmm. I was done. Like, I was, like, and the deli job, like, it was very easy. But it was, like, I just didn't like the fact that I always smelled like meat after when I came home. Like, the deli meat and all that. It was kind of gross. Yeah, so I'd have to, like, shower, like, every time I'd come home. Because, like, if I didn't, then I just smelled rancid. Like, even my clothes would smell like meat. So I was always, like, freaking showering and washing my clothes. Like, I did so much laundry when I worked that job because, like, my clothes would smell like rancid, like meat. And if you didn't wash it, then, like, that meat smell kind of, like, seeps in and it gives you, like, that rotten smell if you, like, don't wash your clothes.
Gross.
Yeah, so I was, like, washing my clothes, like, every time I came home from a shift.
Yeah, I didn't work in a deli when I worked at the grocery store, but that was my first job at a grocery store.
Mine was babysitting.
Well, babysitting at a grocery store, but we're not going to get into my babysitting because that's just...
God.
That's another story maybe for another time. Yeah, so my first job might have been at a grocery store, and I think, I don't know, my worst job, or maybe, I don't know if it was the worst, but it was the hardest job that I felt the most pressure was maybe the thrift store or the hotel. I don't know. One of those two, but it's hard jobs.
Lord, how was that working in a hotel?
Oh my God, Emily, I had like this fear that I was going to be that person that would go in to clean somebody's hotel room when they're supposed to have checked out, and I'd find a dead body. That used to be my biggest fear. I
mean, as much as, like, that's, like, freaking... It's not super common, but, like, it is super common at the same time.
Because you don't know. There's been so many stories about certain...
Like, it's common. Like, it's super common when you're working in, like, a hotel to come across something like that. So, like, it's one of those things that, like, you expect it, but you don't expect it at the same time. Yep. It just kind of depends on the area that you're in and just, like, the general people in that area, especially... and it could be anything, whether it be, like, the worst case would be, like, a murder happening, like, that would be, like, the worst of all, but sometimes you have people who, you know...
But mine was just more the fear, like, somebody who had with certain, I don't know, mental health issues that would off themselves in the hotel room, and I'd have to open the door, and I'd have to find that. I was always kind of super terrified of that, but... I did, like, cleaning the rooms in the hotels, I did cleaning, like, building parts in the hotels, I even worked in the kitchen part of the hotel... And I was even part of sometimes the serving staff when they have like gatherings and parties and weddings, and you'd bring out food plates and platters and bring drinks to people. I was doing all that stuff. It was crazy. But it was fun at times, and it had some perks, but it was also extremely difficult. So
Lord.
Yeah, it was kind of, I wouldn't recommend it.
Don't recommend working in a hotel.
No.
You heard it here first, folks.
But if it's your thing, go ahead. But I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Yeah. Favorite job that you've had sort of so far?
I don't know. That's, like, the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of, like, didn't really like most of my jobs. I mean, I guess I liked working when I did construction at Riverside. I actually kind of, like, really enjoyed that.
That's good.
It was up my alley. I'm very hands-on. I can't sit in an office at a desk for hours on end. I will just pass the hell out. I will go to sleep. Because it's boring. Like, anybody who can do that, good for you. Like, I am, like...
Kudos.
Yes. Like,
kudos.
Damn.
Yeah.
I am amazed. I personally can't. I don't know, maybe it's, like, possibly ADD or ADHD or one of the two. Like, it runs in the family, so...
All this undiagnosed problems.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyway. I think my favorite job could have been my last one that I worked at, maybe the Dollarama. Like, I liked... the only thing I didn't like about the job was the drama and the stress of certain supervisors that would bring in the drama to the job, but everything else, like
that one chick that would freaking leave the things everywhere.
I will get to that
and the ladders.
But I will get to that story. But in general, like, I like the actual aspect of it. Like, I have to, like, with my OCD, I like to have things, like, lined up and, like, straight, and I got to line these things up and have them perfect, and it was, like, the best job for my OCD. It was, like, helping my OCD, and it would also help my mental state with the OCD and all that, but at the same time, it was just the drama with the managers, because I was pregnant, and this one manager decided to constantly leave ladders up in the aisles when she'd be done her shift, and I'd be closing as a supervisor for that day for the shift, and I'm like, I don't know, size of a boat, and not exaggeration, I'm just saying, I was carrying a load, okay?
Yeah, and, it was a kid, right?
Yeah, it was a lot on the body, and I'd already be tired and sore, and then I have to go down like 7 aisles and put all these ladders back up where they're supposed to be, because you have to clean up and have everything ready for head off, showed up in the morning.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be leaving ladders anyway.
No, you're not supposed to leaving ladders in the aisles in general anyway, but she would always do this. So the next day that I went into work, I lost it on her. I reamed her out, and I said, next time you want to leave ladders in the aisle for the pregnant lady, I'm going to leave them there, and it's going to be your problem. You're going to get shit by head office or management, because I'm not going to touch them. She was terrified of me after that, because I probably used some very...
Angry pregnant woman
lingo, but, you know, it was said, it was done, I got it off my plate off it, and it didn't happen again, but I'm pretty sure, like, I scared the shit out of her.
I mean, but like, remember when we went to the Dollarama and this was like after you had the kid.
Yes.
Like a while after you had the kid. We went to the Dollarama and there was just ladders everywhere. And you just like, you're OCD and like, you're like, oh no, it's like she's like here. And sure enough, as soon as we turned the corner,
she was in the aisle.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, that's, how's that for instant realization?
Because you were literally going on right, and you're like, yeah, see, this isn't supposed to happen. You can't be doing this.
You can't be
like,
doing
this is a safety hazard, not only for the employees, but for the customers.
Like, you can't be doing this, and you can't be doing this, and this every
It's a fire hazard as well. Like, what if there's a fire, and then you gotta, like...
had it, and it was so frustrating, and then sure enough, I walked down the aisle, and there she was, standing there on a ladder, probably the many ladders she had left out, and I was like...
Or, like, the hooks that you would, like, put in, like, the wall.
Yes.
Or whatever, that hang stuff.
So annoying.
Those were everywhere, too. Like, I remember we went down the toy aisle, because I think we were going to look for something for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just stack of them sitting right there, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, what if a small child, like, if we didn't have the kid in the buggy, what if, like, a kid like him had walked in and grabbed one of those and could have seriously hurt himself?
Or swallowed it, yeah. Those little long-ass pegs. They were stupid. It really just goes to show, like, it's not that she wasn't a hard worker or a semi-decent manager, but she had some very irritating habits, and then it would cause drama in the workplace. So this is the kind of stress I'm talking about, but the job itself was okay, but the management and the complications with drama was not. But it was still my favorite, for my mind, it was my favorite job ever, because I would just, like, stack shelves and line shit up, and I was like, for my OCD,
Would you go back to that job if you could?
Not really. If I had to, yeah. And maybe at a whole different location, yeah.
Compared to the location you're at. Oh, because you had the self-checkout, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because not all of them do have the self-checkout, but some of them do, so then, like, that's another extra till that you gotta, like, go and check out and make sure it's all counted properly and everything. It's so stupid.
It's so frustrating. Anyway, so we're also gonna move on to, like, hobbies. We've got a lot of fun and interesting hobbies, and we'd like to hear maybe if you guys have some too. Make some comments online.
Oh, yeah. We'll try to get back to you guys and respond.
Absolutely. But one of my favorite hobbies is, like, sometimes I don't always feel like I fit certain clothes exactly well, so I cut and I design and I hem and I fix things and make myself. Emily is wearing a perfect example of a shirt that I made.
This is one of Mandy's old shirts.
Yeah, I made this shirt, and it's just an example.
I would stand up, but, like,
it's just okay. That's an example. That's an example of a shirt that I made and I worked on, and it's probably, like, really cute.
You can even see, like, the sides here. There's, like, right here. There's, like, this section here that's kind of, like, cut out, like, on a, like, a triangle.
To make it flared and
open. And to fit your body type better.
Yeah.
So I do handy with this
I do things like that. I make, like, bracelets, earrings, necklaces, jewelry, accessories. I even have dabbled in, like, making my own kind of line of, like, safe skin cosmetics for yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, she has, I think, one of my gorgeous dark blue and sparkle mascaras.
Yes.
And she loves it. It's one of her favorites.
Yes, I use it, like, as much as I can when I decide to do makeup look. Because me personally, I'm not a huge person when it comes to makeup. But, like, when I'm going to, like, karaoke or stuff like that, I'm like, oh yeah, let me get, like, all bedazzled and everything. And, like, if I put mascara on, it's always the blue.
Yeah.
Always the blue.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Let's see. I also, like, I like to write songs, write stories. Emily likes to write, too.
Oh, yeah, I love writing. I'm actually working on my own album, too, because I like to write music. So, but I have been writing a lot of stories. I've always been a natural-born writer, in a sense. Even, like, when I was younger, and, like, grade, like, 5, my teacher looked at me, and she goes, you know, like, your writing level is, like, above where, like, you would normally be.
Yeah.
And she's like, you have just, like, a gift to write. And ever since then, I've been writing.
I fucking love your stories. They're so good.
Right?
They're so intense, and they're so, like, they're just good. And it kind of inspired me to do some writing myself with hers. But
oh, yeah.
I loved it. I can
hear my brother downstairs.
Keep going into something.
Oh, man.
We might have to crop that out.
I can hear him downstairs.
Uh-oh. Anyway, yeah, so hobbies, I love stuff like that. I like to even dabble and practice and play with a little makeup. I like doing my nails and, you know, doing hairstyles and shit with my hair. But definitely the writing and I also sometimes sing. I'm not that bad of a singer.
I love singing.
I know.
I go to karaoke. I try to go to karaoke at least every Tuesday, because every Tuesday there's a, like, kind of like a bar. It's a barber shop by day, and then, like, a karaoke bar at night, every Tuesday. So I try to go every Tuesday with my boyfriend and my best friend as well. And I love to go. Even, like, you don't necessarily have to go and sing or, like, buy drinks or anything like that. You can literally just go to hang out. I like personally singing. At first, I didn't. I had very bad stage fright, but being there, it's like, people pay attention, yes, but at the same time they don't, because they're also very busy conversating with other people. But no matter what, even if you sound really bad, they still cheer you on. They still will cheer you on, be like, you did amazing, like, you did so good, and just make you feel welcome, to make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah. I like places like that, and they just cheer you on.
It's very friendly, very open to whoever. And just, like, we're very accepting of who you are. Like, you could be anything you want, and we will still accept you. As long as you're not, like, a douchebag, and not causing trouble, and are making a ruckus, and just being, like, rude, and being that one person that just, like, brings everything down. Like, we welcome everybody.
Yeah. That's generally what we're like as Canadians. We're usually pretty welcoming with everybody. And everybody.
Oh, yeah. As long as you're not causing, like, problems, then, like, we're just, like, chilling.
Yeah.
We're very polite people. Until you, like, actually do something wrong, and then we're like,
yeah,
what the hell?
So you decide to piss us off, and we're like, yeah. But yeah, we, you know, sometimes I dance. It's great cardio for me. It's a good exercise to help me.
I can't dance.
She can't dance for shit. I've already tried to show her, but.
I can't dance. I took after my dancing from my dad. He has no rhythm. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this. That was Mom's saying. She said that you have no rhythm, so don't come at me. Blame Mom.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I used to be in like tap, jazz, and hip hop as a little kid. My mom wanted to get me into those type of things, and I think it just kind of stuck with me, and that's why I've been able to always like keep the rhythm, be good at dancing. I love it. I love it's a refreshing, good workout feeling, but it's just fun for me. I just love it. So if I could dance forever and that was a job, that'd be great.
Maybe that's why I don't freaking dance well, because I never did dancing as a kid. Like,
well,
I never followed it.
It's not even that. Sometimes some people just have the rhythm, and some don't. It all depends.
I can slow dance, but like slow dance is just more so just like very small steps and kind of like just swaying slowly, like from side to side, in a sense.
What age did you have your first slow dance?
Oh God, I was like, I don't know, I was like young. It was for my aunt's wedding or whatever. Okay. My mom was trying to teach me how to frickin' dance in her bedroom.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, you can't dance! You're so bad! I'm like, I know!
My first slow dance was in, it was actually grade school. It was I was graduating from grade 8 going to high school. And it it was with this young gentleman, and I was so nervous. I was like shaking the whole time. I've never done something like that before. It's nerve-wracking. I was kind of a little bit of an awkwardly shy kid with not the best of friends, but good enough of friends, you know. I wasn't picked on for my group of friends I had, but I wasn't like Miss Popular at all. By any means. It's okay though. It's okay. It builds character. It builds personality until. Sorry, excuse me. I just swore. We're not gonna blurt that out again. It's just. It builds character until you hit that point of like a certain puberty, and then people are like, "Damn, she's gorgeous" or something, and you're like, "What the personality for if this is gonna be
again?" We were giving me shit for swearing in the first one, and how you're doing it.
I was 2. Okay, I did it twice. Oh my God, I need to chill. Anyway, it's like 2 words. We're working on it. We already said we're working on it, but you guys get a kick out of it anyway, so.
Right?
Oh man, this is.
Do you have any other hobbies? Other than dancing and singing? And...
the dancing, the singing, the writing, the jewelry, the cosmetics. I don't know.
Or how about your outfits when you put together characters and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I have like a really good taste to put together certain outfits. Put together like if I'm writing a story and I kind of have an image of a character in my head, I can put an outfit together for this character just like that, and I use home clothes and all this stuff. But that also,
or just even thrift.
Yeah, no, but that also entwines with me like making clothes or finding thrifted clothing and making it something my own and putting together something with like a bag and glasses and a hat and then a full outfit. And
me and Mandy, we love to thrift. See, so this bracelet here was a gift from my mom, or my best friend's mom. Well, technically she's my mom too now. This was bracelet that I ordered online. Same with this one here. Oh god. This one was a gift from my boyfriend. This shirt was made by Mandy, and then these pants I actually thrifted from the thrift store.
I have pants.
Right? Oh my god, I saw them like, I need these. And in the last podcast, that purple, like, gothy, lacy dress that I had, I also had thrifted that. And, like, I just love to thrift, okay? Like, whether it be for clothing or jewelry or games or just, like, other things, too.
Thrifting is pretty fun, but
it's kind of hard, too, because,
it's fun, but you definitely gotta be able to have the extra funds or the money to be able to continue it and do it.
Yeah. And even then, like, necessarily, like, even if you want to dress, like, a certain way, you can always take old clothing and make it into something new. You don't need to necessarily buy new clothing, okay? Like, this was literally a shirt that Mandy took and made into this cool, funky, I love it.
It was my brother's shirt. It was a t-shirt, and I tweaked it and stitched it and hemmed it and did some shit to
Mandy's made, like, bags out of shirts, or, like, taking a sweater and made it into a backpack. Or whatever, like, simple things like that. And
I guess you could say I'm crafty. Very crafty.
Yes.
Like, my hobbies get very crafty.
I love when you make clothes and, like, jewelry and stuff. Or, like, even then, like, even if you go and, like, get, like, hand-me-downs from, like, other people, too.
Yeah.
Like, Mandy will always come to me and be like, here, I'm getting rid of these clothes. Go through it if you like anything. Like, see if it fits. If you want it, take it. And then the rest we can just donate. Like, I do the same thing with Mandy. I'm like, hey, I got some clothes I'm getting rid of. If you want to go through it, go right ahead. Or if you want to take something, make something out of it, like, go right ahead. And the rest I'm just going to donate.
It's funny, because, okay, maybe that's my shirt, but I think this was her shirt once, so.
Yeah, that was. We literally are wearing each other's freaking clothes. Yeah. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, we literally just, like, we're crafty and creative and, yeah.
We're fun. We're entertaining. Yeah. Apparently to you guys, we're very entertaining, and thank you very much again for that.
Yes.
But, yeah, we want to literally talk shit. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, like, hobbies and stuff like that, like, getting back onto that topic, I don't think I mentioned, I actually play guitar. I love to play guitar. I'm a very musical person. I've always been very musical, whether it be comes down to singing or playing an instrument or just, like, vibing out to music and just, like, listening to new songs and stuff like that. I love music. It's just always been in my life. My parents always were playing music in the car, and I think that's why they kind of got me into, like, the older, like, 70s, 80s, 90s, like, rock and metal and stuff like that. Like, not a lot of people have that music taste anymore nowadays. And thanks to my parents, they give me a wonderful music taste. And even then, like, I don't just strictly listen to that. Like, I listen to, like, some rap here and there. I'm not a huge rap person, but, like, I found certain rappers that I like. For example, I really like Fix. Fix is, like, I think you showed me Fix.
Yeah.
Freaking incredible musician. Makes some incredible music. I also like Lil Peep. My best friend actually showed me Lil Peep. Love his music, and unfortunately he passed away in, like, 2017, so I'll never get to meet him, unfortunately, but he makes some good music too.
This is a whole other topic that we're gonna get to another time.
Well,
music. But yeah, the guitar, that's cool, because I used to have I had singing lessons when I was, like, in my early teens, like 18, 19, 20. I had a specific singing instructor, and I paid for the lessons, and he did really, really well with me. I had a song that I actually wrote with him, and from doing this with him, he said that I had, like, a very, like, a Alanis Morissette type style sound, which I really liked, because she's such a unique artist herself. So,
do you think you'd ever show any, like, music? Do you think you would sing something for us someday?
Maybe I would sing something for you.
Like, even one of, like, your own songs that you created.
I know, that's hard to do, though, because I'm, like, a little bit timid from that stuff. Like, I give praise and kudos to anybody out there who can do that stuff, and I have posted some of my things, I think, online way before, but I'm trying to update some of that and repost it. And
there's some people who can just sing on the spot, and I'm like, how do you do that? I'm like, I can't. I get so nervous.
I don't know. It's you gotta have, I don't know, you gotta have that
confidence and
yeah, not even this, that you've got to be able to be that
like
outstanding
that
front man or lead singer or anything.
That's why I don't know how some people, like, the people who are, like, in bands and stuff like that, who are, like, the lead, like, singers or anything like that, like, you guys are freaking incredible. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. I personally couldn't. Like, that just freaks me out entirely. But, like, you guys are, like, incredible when you, like, could just go out there and just sing and just be on the stage and just do your thing. Like, I'm sure they probably get, like, nervous, too, here and there. Like,
it's, like, probably a good nerves, but...
Yeah, to me, it just freaks me out. I can't do it. Like, I get too nervous and scared.
Yeah.
I don't like crowds, like the crowds.
Any other work horror stories, as we're trying to finish up here?
When my brother almost lost his shit and almost, like, well, not you, but, like, you wanted to, like, punch him out. Because I was working in construction, and we were working in the same place, because our dad also worked there, too. And this guy was just, I don't know, he was, like, almost 40. And at the time, I was just, like, this 18-year-old trying to just get by, make some money to go back to school, all that. And I had done co-op before, so that's how I got this job. And, like, they wanted me to come back as an employee for the summer to work and go back to school. So, this guy, I'm lifting up these 16-footer baseboards of poplar. Poplar is very heavy, and just, I'm, like, a scrawny 18-year-old girl. Like, I'm pretty strong, or whatever, but, like, to pick those up, to stand them up, measure them, put them back down on this, like, stand thing, and bundle it up and write down the number of feet it is in total, is a lot of work. And I was just wrapping it all up, so that way it wasn't on the, because we were putting it on the rack, so that way it was just easier to pick out when we do, like, orders for houses and stuff. This guy comes over and he's like, you know, like, you're just wasting time just doing that, you should pick up more at a time, and I just lost it, because I was continuously getting harassed by this dude who's, like, in his 40s almost, and I'm just, like, I was done. So I went to my brother, and I told my brother, I'm like, and I talked to you, and he's like, yeah, what's up? So I go outside, and I'm just like, dude, like, this guy's harassing me, I'm so sick and tired of it. Like, I was crying now, because, like, I'm just, like, new to this, I get it, like, dudes are gonna be dudes, and they're gonna be total a-holes when it comes to women in the trades, because, like, it's a male-dominant trade in a sense, and, like, they're just, people are, like, dudes are dudes. So he, like, lost it and almost went in and, like, punched this dude out, but he was, like, he even told me after, like, the only reason I didn't do that was because I have a family. I could not go to jail because I have a family. I need to make money for my family and stuff. So I was like, I get it. But I told the manager, like, I even told my dad, because my dad was the supervisor, like, just so happened to be the supervisor. So I told him, and I told the operations manager as well, and the next day, the dude never showed up again, because, like, the operations manager, gave him a lot of shit for harassing me, because, like, that was not okay. Like, it's never okay to harass somebody.
That's for me, that's one of my frustrating things in the workplace, is because I would always be feeling like I would be ridiculed and picked on, like I'm not doing the job well enough, I'm not doing the job fast enough. That was always one of my biggest pet peeves. It used to always make me feel more frustrated to not want to come back in, because I've got all this negativity in a place that I really enjoy working with the people, or maybe I do really enjoy working in the job, but I'm constantly feeling like I'm being ridiculed. And I feel like that's anything with any job or any career, you would have that. It's just, if you are enjoying your job and you do something you love and you still feel like you're getting those criticized, you just gotta, I guess, find a different type of coping mechanism to work with them. Because some people are doing what they love, but they still have a shit time at it, or they still have a
no matter where, like, what job you're in, there's always gonna be that one person that's gonna try and, like, ridicule you and just be a downer and bring you down and stuff like that. And if it gets to a certain extent, like, if they are constantly harassing you, it is okay to go to a higher up, like a supervisor or a manager, and say, hey, this is happening, this is not okay, this needs to stop now. And they will take the steps, and if they don't do anything about that, you could probably just go to the board even, like, because, like, HR sometimes doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
Like, they're awful for that sometimes. So, like, even, like, if it gets to a certain point where, like, it's not stopping and you've gone to, like, the higher-ups and stuff like that, you can take it to the board pretty much and be like, yo, this manager's not doing their job, HR's not doing their job, this has been continuing, and you provide the proof and all that, like, whatever steps you gotta take, because I don't know what steps you'd have to take at that extent, but they will handle it, they will get it dealt with, and if even the board doesn't do anything, then that job isn't worth it.
Yeah.
It's, as much as you may love it, it's better to go even just to find a different location even, or a different, like, that same kind of job, but, like, a different company even, because, like, there's companies out there that won't do shit about it, and, like, when it gets to that extent, and it's really unfortunate and really sad that it has to go to that extent. It's stupid. It should never go to that extent at all.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we're coming up on the 30-minute mark. That's exciting.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Damn, we've been like yapping for like half an hour.
Your ear off this morning here, guys. Like 10 minutes longer than we usually do.
Do we have any story time? Quick story time? Because we kind of do story time like.
Well, I mean, last week we had some fun stories about the dog, but I mean, we
also have another story about the dog.
Yeah. So I was downstairs. It was sometime around the holidays at Christmas, and I had like a cup of eggnog. Just simple eggnog. Nothing in it, just simple eggnog. And I had left it on the ground beside me for like a brief minute, and I hear something, and the side, like, I just hear something from the corner, and I look, and I'm thinking,
he's like a drinking sound, like the dog's drinking
and I'm like,
something.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, the dog's drinking his water, but then I sit up for a second, I'm like, wait a minute, and I look over, and he's literally drinking my eggnog out of my cup. He's been doing these things.
I literally thought he was drinking the water too.
Same. And then this one starts howling, because I'm like, Shadow, get the hell out of there, like, stop.
Because you were just dying. Because, like, you didn't know what to do. You just kept laughing. Because you're like, Shadow, what the hell? Like, you just kept drinking it.
What are you supposed to do, man? Like, your dog's drinking your drink. Like,
it's
you could say no and
funny.
stop. And yeah, it's funny. I get into giggle fits over this shit. But I don't know how to stop him sometimes. He gets into these rants and rampages of just not listening and just does whatever the fuck he wants. And it leads for obviously interesting story time, and we can giggle about it.
Oh man,
but,
like the dog literally, like I literally thought that, like I heard drinking as well, and I was like, yeah, the dog's probably just drinking the water, because I'm just kind of chilling down there, hanging out, and then we both like kind of look over and like, wait, where's the dog? And sure enough, he's there drinking Mandi's eggnog, just like freaking chugging the thing, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Drinks my eggnog, eats my fish, fucking shits on the floor, and just doesn't listen. I was like, oh my god.
The vacuum. We used to call him the vacuum because he used to just eat shit off the floor.
I know. He actually used to do this really funny thing where he would look in a mirror and bark at himself. I used to get a kick out of that. I think I posted that video once, but I used to get a kick out of that. It was quite funny. I don't know where that came from, but it used to make me laugh.
That's cute.
Yeah. It's just cute, some things that he does. He likes to chase his tail a lot. I feel like that's a normal dog thing, but
right? His
is funny and excessive, like...
He's boneheaded, that's for sure. He's very special. Very special dog.
We
love him, though.
Yeah.
We really love him.
Yeah.
How much do you want to bet he's sitting at the door?
Probably.
Do you want me to check?
Anyway, we're probably finishing up here anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the end of today's podcast. Yep. And thanks you guys for tuning in.
To Mandi and Ezra talk shit.
Yes, and we appreciate all the love you guys have been giving us, and it's encouraging us to keep doing this. And, like, the more people that, like, comment and are like, yeah, we love this. Like, you guys are hilarious. You guys are incredible. Like, just, like, little things like that goes a long way. It does. We love it. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, and listening to our rants and us talking shit about whatever. And all that, like, we love it. Like, we love doing this. We love that you guys are enjoying it as well. Keeps us going.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
We will tune out. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you next week. Oh, I didn't download my Snapchat again.
Look at him. He just fucking can't get it. Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Are you stuck?